Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze. I'm in a new hotel room, and I've got these comics to show you. Let's get started. Hey, comic addicts, I'm coming to you from a hotel in Gainesville, Florida. And last week I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I went to 3 comic stores while I was there. So I want to show you the comics I picked up there, and I've got some good ones. The first comic store I went to was Epikos, Epikos. Got some great stuff there. That was on Thursday. And then on Friday, I went to Infinity Flux. I got some great comics there. And then on Saturday, before I left, I went to B&M Amusements, and I got some filler comics there. So I'm going to start with B&M Amusements. This comic store has loads and loads of comics, but they don't have any wall books. And most of the comics are modern age, current. There's like barely anything prior to Bronze Age there. There's hardly anything, but everything is alphabetical. It's not sorted by Marvel or DC or Charles, all alphabetical. So you just look for the title you're looking for. And real nice guy running the shop. He's got some slabs, but if you're looking for, older keys, you're not going to find them there. But if you're looking for inexpensive fillers, good place to go. So I grabbed some stuff out of the dollar box. The first one I got was Thunderstrike number 10. And I picked this comic up because I like this. It's an homage cover to the first issue of Thor number 126. And this is a very well done homage cover, as you can see. And then the next comic I got was Icon number 2. I'm trying to put together the run of these milestone heroes, Icon and Hardware. And I'm just picking them up whenever I find them for $1 or so. So he had 1 issue of Icon and 1 issue of Hardware, but the issue of Hardware I already had. So just adding that to my collection. And then this one I got, it just looked cool to me. It's total 90s stuff. It's the first explosive issue. It's Image Comics Tooth and Claw number 1. And that just looks pretty intense. I love the coloring and everything that's going on there. I read this one and I actually enjoyed it. If I could find other issues of it, I think I would pick them up. It was only 3 or 4, maybe 5 issues in the story, but take a look at this page. Look at the art on that page. I think that is fantastic. And then there was this big 2-page splash page that is pretty awesome. This is not it, but this is another great page of, the main protagonist there. And I'll find that 2-page splash. Here it is. Check this out. So anyway, that's Tooth and Claw number 1. Those were my dollar books. I grabbed those out of the dollar bin, and then I just went through. I just went up and down the line. I was looking for this issue of Fantastic Four, number 283, with the Psycho Man on it. Kind of reminds me of an earlier appearance of his on Fantastic Four, number 77. And this is a John Byrne story and art. I wanted to add that to my collection, so I found that. And then this is a run that I'm slowly piecing together. This is called Jack Staff. And this is by Paul Grist. And there is 2 series of this. The first one is by Dancing Elephant Press. It says it down here or down here, Dancing Elephant Press. And that was interiors were in black and white. And then there was a second series in Image Comics, which is colorized. That's this one. They each ran just a limited amount of issues. So I was just looking for those when I can find them. And every time I do, that's cool. And then this one was $4. And this was in the Archie section. And I just grabbed this one because as I was flipping through, I knew right away that was a David Mack cover. And this is a David Mack variant cover. And he does all these watercolors. I've got a lot of his from Daredevil when Echo was introduced. in that series, and I just really like his art. The interiors are not, in this one is not his. Some of the Daredevil ones are, but the cover is just really cool. So I grabbed that for a cover buy. So that's what I picked up at B&M. So you can see the kind of stuff they have there. It's nothing significant, but stuff to help fill your collection. And then I'm going to show you what I got the first day. This I got from Epikos. This is a really good store. So they have some nice wall books, and they've got lots of boxes to dig through. And it's older stuff than B&M. It has, like, you know, Bronze Age and Silver Age stuff in there. So let me show you what we got. I've got to pause for 1 second.
3 hours later.
Okay, I'm back, comic addicts. So first thing I got was just an issue of Spidey Super Stories. And so this is issue number 4. And it's just a couple of bucks. It's low grade. And I like these Spidey Super Stories. I read these as a kid, and so now it's fun to try to find them. And if you look for these, make sure you take them out and look at the back cover, because there were stamps on the back cover that the kids used to cut out, including myself. So a lot of times those stamps are missing. I took this one out. This early issue didn't have the stamps. They came later, but nice redhead there, Medusa. And then I got Vengeance of Vampirilla number 1. You might have seen this issue before in some of my previous hauls. So not this particular one, but this was the main cover. And for this issue, they did down here where all the red is on here was foil on some of the other covers. So this one is not foil, but I do have the red foil cover and like a blue-green one. And there are maybe 3 or 4 different colors. I don't know remember the total amount, but I could drop it in here. And I'm just trying to, when I find them, I'm just trying to grab them so I could put that series together. This is a wraparound cover, by the way, which is really cool. And then I grabbed this Charlton Submarine Attack. It's hard to see the numbers on this. I don't know the number of this one, but this was on my want list. And what I really like about this is I like the cover scenes where the submarine is getting flooded and the characters are, it's life or death situation, right? If they don't stop this, that's it. And there's a couple of them like this, Submarine Attack, I think Navy Tales or Navy Combat has them, and I'm looking for those as well. And this also reminds me of my time when I was in the Navy, because one of the things that we had to do was called damage control training. And, you know, before you deployed, you would have to go to this damage control training, and it was a simulated ship. It was in San Diego over at the 32nd Street Naval Station. And it was a simulated ship, and you'd go in there to have the hatches and all that stuff. And they'd start flooding it, and you had to learn how to, like, you know, plug the holes. There were different size holes, and there were different things to plug up the different holes. So I like these, you know, threatening life or death situations that you're going to drown. So I was really psyched to find that one, because that was on my list. But more psyched to find this next one, because this one I have been looking for quite a while, and this is pretty low grade. It's probably maybe a 2.5 if I'm lucky, probably a 2.0, but everything is complete and attached. And so what is it? It's Sergeant Fury number 5. And so that is a Jack Kirby cover. And this one is in demand because it's the first appearance of Baron Strucker. And so I have a complete run of Sergeant Fury from 1 to 103. Now, this was the only one I needed. This was the only hole in there. Now, it goes past 103, but at a certain number, it started doing reprints. I think maybe like 85, 84, somewhere in the 80s, it started doing reprints, but it was reprinting every other issue. So you'd get a new issue and a reprint, a new issue and a reprint. And I think that did it up to somewhere in the hundreds, maybe like 120. And then after that, it was nothing but reprints. So I'm not trying to collect the whole run, but I did want to get like 1 to 100, and I've accomplished it now. So I was so psyched. I looked up and I saw this on the wall, and I told them, take it down, put it aside. I'm going to look for other stuff, but keep that aside. So that was from Epikos. So if you're in Chattanooga, I'd recommend checking out Epikos. They were super friendly. Everybody in Tennessee was super friendly. I loved it. It was just Southern hospitality everywhere. People were so kind. It was really a great trip. And then the second shop I went to, but the last one I'm going to show you because I got some big books, was called Infinity Flux. Now, this is a very nice store. It's like two stores together. One side is game stuff and Pokemon cards, and the other half is comic books. And they have a glass cabinet full of some slabs and keys. They have a wall full of some slabs and keys. And then they have a whole wall of boxes that are in these like cubby holes they made. And those are all either priced as marked, or if they're not marked, they're just $3. And then they had another set of tables that had like dollar comics, romance comics, a box of war comics, a box of Disney comics, things like that. And then another table that was set up, which I thought was pretty cool, was like any new back issue comics they got, they would throw in there before they filed them. So it would say like, hey, new this week, here's the new back issue, new this week. So there's about maybe about 2 months worth of comics up there that were like the new ones they got in. So I thought that was pretty cool because you go there and just like dig through the new ones if you're going there regularly. So what did I find? So the first thing I found was one of the dollar comics was the first issue of Superboy. And I just got that because of the photo cover. I thought it was cool. I don't even remember that show. But that's the first issue of Superboy. And it's not really, this isn't based upon the show. It's just Superboy, but they used the cover of the show on that. I got a copy of the Radio Shack promo, the TRS-80 Computer Whiz Kids. And this is a Dick Ayers and Chick Stone cover and art side as well. So I picked these promo ones up, and I've got probably about half of the ones that exist. And I noticed on the new comics, if you watched one of my homage comic videos that I posted recently, I showed these, and turns out there were more than I got last time. So this one is really good. This is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. And this is a homage to that, what is it, Raphael #1, I think. And this is a great cover with Sheena and that kind of jungle hunter over there. And then there was a Purgatory homage cover. And then there was also a Red Sonja, which is another one that I think is really good. So another redhead. So I think I maybe have all of them now. I don't know. I should look into that, but I have a whole stack of them. And then I think this one was one of those $3 comics because it wasn't priced. And this is Ghost Manor #4. And this guy, Sanho Kim, the Korean artist, he does some great work on these ghost manors and ghostly haunts, the Charlton horror ones. His work in that is really great. And I found another early one. This is Ghostly Haunts #28. Okay, another one I think I paid maybe $3 for that. These are both in really nice shape. And I grabbed a comic that I already have. It was on my list, so I grabbed it, and then I realized I already have this, but I was just, the reason it's on my list is because I was trying to see if I could ever find the Whitman variant. So now I have two of these. And then this one is really cool. It's a Charlton romance, My Secret Life. And the reason I grabbed this was because I just really liked the scene that was painted there, like the girl in the red dress going out on the date, and the car, the beautiful 50s car. I love the cars from that time period. And look at the guy, how dapper he is. And he's got those shoes that they used to wear back, the black and white shoes, and he's got the bow tie. So I grabbed that one, really low grade. The cover's detached, but it's just got such a great image on the cover. And then this one I just grabbed, I was digging through, and this is Superboy number 163. And the cover just spoke to me, so I grabbed that. I like the way that in the foreground, they're kind of, that blue light is on them. I think this is a Neil Adams cover. I'm pretty sure it looks like his art. I just grabbed that one. Reform School Rebel. I thought that was cool. And then this comic was one I have been looking for. And this is Superman Action Comics number 500, the anniversary issue with the Infinity style cover. And that has been on my list. I'm looking for that. There's some story in here that I wanted to read. I can't remember exactly. It might be his origin retold. And it's got a back cover with the rocket. And I love that Superman rocket. Whenever I see Superman, Superboy, Lois Lane issues that have that Superman rocket on it, I always snag them. So that's Superman in Action Comics number 500. And there's a Batman issue that looks similar to this. If I can find that, I'll drop it in over here. It's got like, I'm pretty sure it's the same style. It's like pink with old Batman issues on it. I don't remember the number, but I'm pretty sure that exists. Drum roll, please. Are you ready for this? Okay, I was about to leave, and I noticed, I was talking to the owner of the shop, the wife, and I noticed that on the wall was a comic that I bought recently that I've shown you, and in the cabinet was one. So in the cabinet was the JLA Justice League first crossover, and I just told her, I said, oh yeah, I just got that one. And I said, that one up on the wall, Captain Rocket, I just got. And she said, oh, you like Golden Age? And I was like, yeah. She said, hang on, we just got some Golden Age in and we haven't priced them yet, but if you want to take a look at them, I could call my husband and give you the prices. She brought out a stack of about 6 or 8 Golden Age comics, some slabbed, some raw, and I went through them. And there were 3 of them that I were really interested in. But when she gave me the price on one, I knew I wasn't going to get that. But I made a deal for the other 2. So here's the 2 I got. So the first one is from 1952. It's Cloak and Dagger number 1. And it's a Ziff Davis publication. And it's slabbed at a 5.0. I don't usually buy slabs, but I thought this was just beautiful, this cover. It's a painted cover. The girl's in danger in the red dress. This guy who looks pretty evil is throwing knives at her. And the banner at the top, the Cloak and Dagger with the dagger right through it with the bloody tip. I thought this thing was just super cool. So, and it was a good price. So I did buy this one. And then the next one, I've never seen this before. I've heard of these comics and I've never seen them. And here it is. This is a feature book number 8. So it's a very low number in the feature book series. This thing's big, like a magazine. It's got a pretty severe spine roll here that I'm going to have to take care of. But it's got a really dope cover, and it's got the same image on the back. And this is this reprints newspaper strips about Secret Agent X9. and this is it's by David McKay, and this is from 1937. So this is a very old comic book, and I was super stoked to get that one. Feature book number 8, Secret Agent X9. So what do you think of that haul from Chattanooga, Tennessee? I think it was great. It surprised me. There were some, I was really surprised to see the golden age that I did. Not only those, but they had a bunch on the wall as well that I don't usually see. So I was really excited to see those. And if I go back, I know there's at least a couple of good stores that that I can dig through. And I would definitely recommend checking them out. So that's it, Comic Addict. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.